Today I am going to be talking about what is different in the UK compared to Romania. I did a very similar video to this, which was what's different in Romania. And so in this video, I thought I would talk more about the UK and the differences. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any up and coming videos about Romania and my life here. Let's just get started. Many people in the UK have a cup of English breakfast tea, and usually they will have biscuits with it. You dip them in and then eat them because the cup of tea melts the biscuit and it tastes so good. I know a lot of people here drink fruit teas where you don't add milk. In the UK, we have 6 big main supermarkets. That is Asda, Sainsbury's, Morrison's, Tesco, Waitrose, Marks and Spencer's. So in the UK, we don't have little posts which separate the road from the path. And I've noticed here they are on a lot of paths. It looks nice and obviously it's a lot safer too. In the UK, Sunday roasts are a traditional meal which typically we have it on a Sunday. A lot of families do this in the UK. I'm not sure if there is like a weekly traditional meal that you would have here in Romania. Let me know if you do. In the UK, newspapers are pretty big, as in a lot of people buy them daily. There's a lot of variety of newspapers. In Romania, I've seen magazines. I have not seen like a newspaper stand in shops like there is in the UK. Something that's really traditional in the UK as well is afternoon tea. I love afternoon tea. You basically get a stand full of cakes and sandwiches, and then you also have a cup of tea or a coffee with it. A lot of people in the UK buy birthday cards, congratulation cards, anniversary cards. There's a store called Card Factory and they sell hundreds and hundreds of cards for very good prices. Here in Romania, I have not seen one card shop. The only place I've seen a variety of 4 cards is at the post office. Let me know, do you like send cards for birthdays or not? Let me know. As soon as the tiniest bit of sun comes out, I know my family get the good old sun cream out to make sure we don't burn, because we don't see the sun much. Whereas here, people won't put it on unless it's like scorching hot, I believe. The only time the roads will close is if there's building works going on. But here in Romania, sometimes roads close on a Sunday just because it's a Sunday. And that's really cool. The road just before you get to Piazza Vidu is sometimes closed on a Sunday. So in the UK, when you're at a restaurant, the waiters don't pour your drinks for you unless you're at a really high-end restaurant. But most of the time, you'll just get your glass of Coke, for example, and a glass, and you just do it yourself. Whereas here, the waiter will always pour your drink for you, even if you're at like a really low-key cafe bar. So that's really nice. In the UK, you don't really see the British flag much. You see the odd one here and there, but nowhere near as much as you see the Romanian flag here. I feel like when you go to a restaurant in the UK, the menus are a lot smaller. I feel like here, there's just so much selection of food. So in the UK, I see a lot of people riding bikes to their work or to their friends. Whereas here in Romania, I hardly see anyone riding on their own bike. The public bikes where you pay for a certain amount of time have come here, but I don't see that many people on them. I see more people on the scooters. In UK parks, there is no security. Whereas here in Romania, or at least where I live, in every single park, there is like a little box room and there's always a security guard sat in there. Even in the park, there's honestly like 5 of them. That's so good. We just don't have that in the UK. Something which I have noticed is that in the UK, unfortunately and sadly, I see more people who are homeless Here where I live in Constanza, I never see people sitting on the floor who don't have a home. In the UK, I always seem to end up with loads of coins, like change. Whereas here in Romania, 20p is a note, so you just end up with a lot of notes, which is better because having loads of coins can sometimes be really annoying. The old historical buildings look a lot different in the UK to the ones here in Romania. I feel like they have a different style. I personally really love the old buildings here in Romania. In the UK, when you cross the road, you have like the green man and the red man. So when it's a green man just stays still, whereas here in Romania, or at least where I live, some of them, the green man actually walks like on the light. And when my dad came here, he loved that. There is a brand of chocolate in the UK which is British, and in my opinion it is the best chocolate there is, and it's called Cadbury's Dairy Milk. Unfortunately, they don't sell it here. I found it in one shop and they only sold like 3 products. In the UK, there are a lot of products which you just can't find that are here in Romania. For example, some bakery items you won't be able to find in the bakeries in the UK. They sell very different things. Okay, so the crime rate index in the UK is 46.17. And in Romania it is 28.29, so that is interesting. In the UK, the cost of living is more expensive, but the salaries are more in the UK, so it all balances out really. In the UK, if you're in a supermarket and you look young, when you're buying alcohol you will be asked for ID, whereas here I haven't been asked for ID once. Also in a restaurant you don't get asked for ID. There's no lines as accents in our alphabet like there is in the Romanian language. I feel like self-checkout at supermarkets is used a lot more frequently than in here in Romania. In the UK, self-checkout has been a thing for a long time. Here, I never see people at self-checkout really, maybe the odd few people, but things may change. In the UK, we drive on the opposite side to the road. At first, this was weird getting used to because I needed to make sure I was looking in the right directions before I crossed the road, and also the driver is on the opposite side. So to get medication from a pharmacy in the UK, you need a prescription, whereas here in Romania you can ask for something medical without a prescription. In the UK, you rarely will see a supermarket that you have to go down an escalator to get to, so like underground supermarkets, whereas here my local store is actually underground. And it's weird because when I went to Bulgaria, the supermarket that we went to was also the same, and it was underground. In the UK, there are a few benches in parks, but the majority of people just sit on the grass. It's very normal to just have a picnic on the grass in the UK. There are no water fountains just in the public areas, whereas here in the parks, there are water fountains which you can just have a drink. I think that's pretty cool. All the TV channels are very, very different. They're all called different names. And also like the news channels are obviously all different as well. In the UK, at school and at work, you have a scheduled lunch break and also smaller breaks in between. Whereas I was speaking to a few friends that go to school here and they just eat when they have the time, like there's no scheduled lunch break. And also in the UK at school, the students are the ones who move around to the next classroom themselves, whereas here in Romania, apparently the students stay in the same room and the teacher moves around to teach the next group of people. In the UK, there are machines where you can put all the coins in and you will get the cash back. I have not seen one of them machines here, and I really, really would like one because I have a jar of coins which I want to exchange. So let me know if there is anywhere where I can exchange my ban into cash. In the UK, there's a store called Poundland, and basically everything in the shop costs £1, and I haven't seen any shops here that are like 5 lei stores. Maybe there is. In the UK, I feel like not as many people know more than one language as they do here in Romania. I feel like in Romania, they'd obviously know Romanian, and then most people know English too, and maybe some other languages as well. In the UK, there are obviously people who know multiple languages, but if there was a percentage in the UK of who knew more than one language, it would be smaller than the percentage here in Romania. In our language, there are some words which have two meanings, but not everyday, like frequently used words, if you get me. Whereas here in Romania, for example, bine means good and okay. In the UK, when you answer the phone, you usually say like, hello. Yeah, I would just say like, if it was someone I knew, I would just say, hey. Whereas here, a lot of people answer the phone and say da, which means yes. To me, that was like strange because it almost feels a bit not as friendly, but I know that's not the case and that is just very normal here. In the UK, there's like many superstitions and like sayings that you can say. For example, if you say, oh, I haven't hurt myself in a long time, then you would say touch wood. And then by touching the wood, it would mean that it won't happen soon. In the UK, in the streets, there's no electricity wires that you can see. I think they're all underground. Whereas here in the streets, you can see all the wires. There are a lot of ambulance sirens in the UK, especially in London, so many, even in small cities. Whereas here, I never hear ambulance sirens, to be honest, or police sirens. I'll hear the odd few, but nowhere near as many as in the UK. The houses are very different. They look very different. They're made of completely different brick, different roofs, different sizing, different windows. I find it really cool seeing how each country has their own style of housing. So even if it's a red light and the pedestrians are allowed to cross, the cars are still allowed to cross the pedestrian and turn a corner. Whereas in the UK, that is not allowed. The UK is an island, whereas Romania is not. The buses in the UK, the windows are clear. People can see you on the bus, whereas here, they're blacked out. I don't know why that is, but people cannot see you on the bus, but you can see them. In the UK, it's really common, especially in the summertime, an ice cream van will come around your village and it goes around all the houses. I've not seen ice cream vans do that here. I have many memories as a kid hearing the ice cream van and legging it down the street. Even in London, there are no massive roads where there's like many lanes. It's very compact and quite small roads, to be honest. Whereas here, there's a road and it has 8 lanes. They are huge. Obviously, you know, the weather is very different in the UK. It is rainy and cloudy most of the year, whereas here, it is very cold in the winter, but then very hot in the summer. In the UK, people tend to just text people if they want something, whereas here, I've noticed that a lot of people just call because it's easier for them, or they just like to talk verbally. In the UK, I'd say most people have an iPhone. I don't know the stats. There obviously are people who have Androids, but I'd say the majority do have an iPhone. The currency is completely different. So in the UK, it's the British pound, GBP. I think it is. If you pull up or park on lines which are painted on the road, then you will get a fine in the UK. No doubt about it, you will get a fine. Whereas here, I feel like it's not as strict. You could get away with just parking where you'd like to. In the UK, you can buy a lot of medical things just from the store. You don't have to go into a pharmacy. So you can get paracetamol, ibuprofen in the shop. We tend to have a separate room for our washing machine, which is called like the utility room. Most families have that in their homes, whereas here in Romania, a lot of the time the washing machine is kept in the bathroom. I like it. I think it's good because it's really convenient, because I also keep my washing basket in the bathroom, so when I do my washing, I literally just pick up the clothes and put it into the washing machine right there and then in that bathroom. It's really good. Okay, so there's something in the UK which is very common that workers do and what they get for lunch. That is a Tesco meal deal. Tesco is a store for food. There's so many different selections of sandwiches, wraps, salads, subs. So you pick one of them items. You then get to pick whatever drink you want: smoothies, fizzy drinks, juices, water, protein shakes, the lot. You can choose one of them, and then you can choose a snack. You can choose fruit, you can choose carrot sticks, brownies, cakes, crisps, pork pies. Without the meal deal, all of that together would probably cost around £6.50, I'll say. But if you get the meal deal, which is getting a sandwich, a snack and a drink, it only costs you £3. This is the best thing to happen since sliced bread. Such good value for money. They don't have that here in Romania. There's no meal deals in the grocery stores. In the UK, the cake is different. I can't explain it. The cake is thicker, more dense. It has no like mousse in it. It has like buttercream. Here, I'd say the cakes are a lot lighter. They're called torts. In the UK, there's nowhere near as many like independent bakeries. I'd say on my street there's about 4. Here there's a lot more. That is all of my points which I have today. I hope you found it interesting. If you did enjoy today's video, then make sure to give it a like, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching as always, and you'll be seeing me very soon in the next one.